Why do women find it difficult to submit to their husband, especially these days?
I don't think women have a problem submitting to their husbands. The men always want to use that scripture to intimidate their wives, not knowing that a woman's submission to her husband is dependent on the behavior of the man. The Bible does not end with wives submit to your husband. Why don't you read further? Why do you always stop at wives submit to your husband? There's a condition that is laid down. Wives submit to your husband as unto the Lord. If you read further again, it says that husbands love your wife just the way Christ loved the church, that he gave himself to her. He sacrificed for the church. Do you sacrifice for your wife the way Christ sacrificed to the church? Your wife cannot have problem submitting to you if she sees how you sacrifice for her. The church today submits to Christ because we saw how Christ sacrificed for us. He gave his life for us.
If I keep forgiving, won't she take me for granted?
Does she always offend you?
Women can be very funny.
How many times do we sin? How many times do we mess up? Christ still forgives us. Even while we were yet sinners, he died for us. How many times do you forgive your wife? When your wife offends you, you intimidate her. Sometimes for 2 days you don't talk to her. For 3 days you don't eat her food. When your wife needs you, are you always there for her? When we need Christ, is he not always available for us? It is a comparison between you and Christ. If you are not Christ-like, why do you want her to now submit to you? So the question should not be, why do women find it difficult to submit to their husbands? The question is, why are men not Christ-like? If they are Christ-like, and she recognizes that in you, she will submit. She's not expecting you to be Christ. She is not perfect, you are not perfect. Nobody's perfect, but we can walk towards perfection. We can be better with our behaviors as each day goes by. That is the sacrifice that you have to make as the man. You are the man, you are the head, you are the lead. Lead by loving, she will follow by submitting. If you don't love, submission will be difficult. We are human beings. We breathe in oxygen. Now, we need an environment where there is oxygen for us to breathe and function and live. Life will not exist without the environment of oxygen. Fish, without that environment of water, a fish cannot survive. It's impossible. The fish will die, right? For submission to thrive in marriage, if an environment of love and sacrifice, if it is not created, submission will be stifled, submission will not work, it will not thrive. And you have the responsibility to create that environment of love and sacrifice. It has to be created. Without it, submission cannot work. Work towards loving your wife. Work towards sacrificing for your wife. Create that environment. You won't have to tell her before she submits to you. You won't have to say, she will submit to you because she has recognized how much effort you're making to create that environment of love and sacrifice. She will submit to you. It's more of seeing the effort. The effort is more important than the result. The food you have in the house can only feed one person for a night, for instance, and you now give her the food to eat, and you go to bed hungry. That's sacrifice. You buy a car, and you give it to your wife to drive, and you go around taking Uber. That's sacrifice. Your wife won't forget that. Any opportunity that she has to support you, she will submit to you because she knows you're a good man. She knows you're a kind human being. She knows you show her empathy. She won't have any problem. She will have no problem at all submitting to you. You are sacrificing your convenience because of your wife. She will also sacrifice her convenience because of you. Whatever you tell her to do, she will do. You will not have a problem of submission in your home at all. You will not have one.